This is a seawall and dock inspection in Fort Lauderdale on the 15th of May 2014. The survey is conducted by SeaMeDive. We're going to inspect the seawall and the dock, and the dock appears to be new. Just shooting here to show the height that the property is positioned. About right now it's about 10 to 12 feet from the areas of the surface of the pool area to the bottom of the seawall. So there's a lot of hydraulic pressure built on this. There's the pool as well, close, and there's plants and palm trees all over the retaining wall area. We're going to start by going in the water, and we'll show the batter piles, the H piles, and the radiuses, and determine the condition of the seawall, the slab, and all the pilings. Right now, it's pretty much low tide. Not the lowest, but low. Very strong wakes in this area. You can see the medium tide area is right about where the barnacles stop growing. Like right about there would be that's about medium tide right here, low tide, and there's the cap, the bottom of the cap. Alright, we're going to start on the south side and work our way. This is the property line between the two properties. Give you a long shot just to see. These are batter piles that were got an attachment to the cap. The dock appears to be good. It's all pretty new, so there's really not much to inspect on it. Look at the seawall. There is some right here. There's some hairline cracks right there. And looking at the bottom of the batter pile, you can see the sand is coming through this area here because this radius is open. So on this first one, which is the border, there is some rust bleeding, which is kind of normal. Looking down the H piles, the slabs up to now, the two slabs I inspected, there's only like a little bit of hairline cracks, which is not really an issue. Right down there again, there's a little bit of dripping sand that is erodes underneath the seawall. I'm going to take my prong as well. I'll prong along the wall. This great stainless steel device here. It's really good. Determine how much sediment feels hard here, which is a good thing. Seawall does appear to have an out. I think the batter piles were put because you could see that I don't know if it's going to come on the camera, but it's angling out, kind of. It's got like a 3-4 degree lean outward, and if you look up here on the cap area, it's covered with a deck, but you can see this is broken area of the cap that were never sealed, and they're rusting through. And there's another one right there. You can see the rust right there. And even something in there. I don't know what that is. But that's probably an old tieback that was left behind. But that's I guess when they decided to build a dock, they didn't want to repair this. But the fact that it's got rebar exposed, that's not good, because that's jeopardizing the rebar underneath it. Again, around the H pile, you can see the white sand right there, and that's basically coming from the property side. That's because there's another hairline crack right there, following my, and that's caused by the fact that this wall has no weeping holes. It has no release, and there's another crack, and now you see the crack is getting bigger and longer, and it's because the wall is under a load from the water. And this is prime candidate for the jet valve to release pressure from this wall. Again, I don't see a lot of undermining of the seawall. It seems relatively strong. Again, all the radiuses on this edge piling, you can see here, my prong can go right in there. So this is all will need new radius, but that's a very short section and we'll need it. It's not going to take very long, or a lot of material. Again, slab, same issue. Hairline cracks, and these cracks are just going to get bigger if they're not going to get some form of relief. The attachment of the batter pile seems to be solid, but again, a lot of rust bleeding through it, and that could be treated with acid and just reconcreted on top to stop that from progressing into the steel inside. Here again, this is a crack that was repaired right there. You can see somebody already repaired this. So the best thing here is to jet blast this wall, expose the entire slab, and then fix right here. You can see how it's eroding right through the seam of the H-pile. Here again, there's no radius whatsoever. It's completely open. And this is the border of the property. This is the last radius. This appears to be some form of, maybe a drainage pipe used to go through here, but you can see how brittle this is, and this has to be redone because it's not sealed, whatever that is behind. It appears to be like an old drainage pipe from the city, maybe. Again, there's definitely erosion coming out from the bottom of the H-piles. We're going to count them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's basically 10 slabs here, and they will all need the 10 H-piles will need to be just receive new radiuses, repair of all these cracks, reseaming, reconcreting them, and the cap area as well. Definitely a good idea to repair it now before it becomes an issue later. And then definitely installing jet valves here. You can see how the seawall has leaned out. And if you look at the seawall down there, I don't know if you can catch it, it's completely straight. Well, this one is pitching outward. So it's definitely under some kind of load. I'm going to try and get a shot, maybe like that. That shows it, and it leans outward. Of course, the batter piles are there to prevent that, but still, with the height of the property and the fact that there's, on top of here, which is about 8 feet, 6 feet from the water, there's still another 6 feet, more or less, to the top of the retaining wall where the actual property is. So that creates a really large amount of hydraulic pressure on the wall. That's it. The wall, general condition is not bad. It's pretty good. It just requires some maintenance and definitely a way to relieve the pressure. And it would be not a bad idea to put some riprap bags as a precaution to create a wake blocker, because you can see where we are. Wakes are coming in constantly here because we're next to the 17th Street Bridge. So that's a very, very active boat, active traffic. Definitely wouldn't be a bad idea. There's a high tide. The high tides reach right around there. I mean, these wakes are impacting the wall full power when the tide's high. Okay, this video inspection was conducted by SeaMeDive in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Thank you.